Anaheim, California, located in Orange County, Southern California. Anaheim has a lot to offer. If you live here, if you're thinking about visiting here, if you're thinking about moving here, it has a lot to offer you. Anaheim is centrally located in Orange County. And in this video, we're gonna go over the top 3 things you need to know about living in Anaheim. Stick around for the third one because it just might surprise you. So first and foremost, let's start with the most obvious one. Number 1 is amusement and theme parks. Anaheim is world renowned for, of course, Disneyland. Disneyland, and you've got the California Adventure Park now, and also a city away in Buena Park, you got Knott's Berry Farm. So even though there's tons of Disney properties now, of course, in Florida and other countries, Japan, France, Anaheim is still the original location for the original Disneyland. And so Anaheim, Disneyland, it gets tons of visitors, not only from Southern California, but from all around the United States and quite frankly, from around the world. So Disneyland has the Disney Adventure Park. They have annual passes, they have festivals, they have special events throughout the year. So they have a lot as well with Knott's Berry Farm. So they have a lot to offer if you live here and you're looking for something to do. Here's a pro tip, a local pro tip. I've had a Disney pass before. It can get very, very crowded. It's usually crowded throughout the summertime because of all the tourists that come in, and most holidays, especially around between Thanksgiving and Christmas up into New Year's. So my advice to you, having a pass, what I would do is there's a certain websites where you can look up where it tells you about the Disney traffic throughout the different days of the year. So it might be a good idea to pick a day, maybe sometime during the week, maybe some of the slow days. Tuesdays seem to be a really slow day for whatever reason, to go visit the park. You might find the experience a lot more enjoyable. The crowds aren't so heavy, and you can just see a lot more. You don't have to wait and touch the lines. Disney has a reservation system now, so it's not always a guarantee you'll get in. So my advice to you is to check one of those out. Now let's move on to number 2, and that's with Anaheim. The number 2 thing you should know about Anaheim is the sports and entertainment. So Anaheim is a sports town. We have the Honda Center where the Anaheim Ducks play. We also have Angel Stadium where the Angels play. And right next door to Anaheim Stadium is also the Grove. So all three of these locations have tons of stuff going on throughout the year, not just with the sports. There's tons of concerts going on in all 3 venues. They have festivals, they have motocross, they have rodeos. So there's always something going on around these areas, and they're all within probably a block and a half of each other. So if you like sports, if you like entertainment, there's tons of things to do from just those 3 venues alone. Now here's a local pro tip. It can be very, very crowded. Sometimes there's an Angel game, and sometimes there's events going on at the same time at all venues. It can be very, very crowded, especially with the traffic. So right in the center of all these 3 venues, the Honda Center, Angel Stadium, and the Grove, is located the Arctic, which is a transportation hub. You can get Amtrak train, the Metrolink, also buses. So a good pro tip, if you're going to any of these venues, you might want to look into possibly taking the Amtrak train or the Metrolink to the Arctic. You can get off, and all 3 venues are within a block and a half of each other, absolutely walking distance, and that might add a little extra, excitement to your day, your trip, your event of taking the Amtrak rather than having to drive and fight some of the traffic. So before we get into the third one, let me introduce myself. My name is Ryan Banderas. I'm a local real estate broker here in Anaheim. I've been born and raised in Orange County my whole life. Welcome to my channel. If you're new to this channel, we're going to talk about everything about living in Orange County, what it's like to live and have fun. And if you're looking to move here, we're going to have some information on future videos on different places in Orange County, different cities. We're highlighting Anaheim today. If you're thinking about moving to a different area within the county or a different city, we're going to have future videos about different locations, different cities, different areas in Orange County. Or if you're thinking about moving out of Orange County, out of Southern California, out of California. We also have videos that are going to address some of those reasons why people would do that. I'd ask you to please subscribe and like the channel if you find any value in this. If you have any questions, I'd love to have a conversation with you. Please call, text, email me. Again, I'd love to hear from you. Now, let's get on to the third one. The third thing that you have to know about living in Anaheim is the thriving downtown scene. So a lot of people don't know that Anaheim has been going through a transformation the last, maybe 5-10 years. And the downtown area, which is known as a packing district, it's in a state of redevelopment. They're creating a lot of different restaurants and pubs. In the downtown Anaheim area, there's something called the packing district, which is a indoor food hall. And so Anaheim has been going through a transformation. It's a welcome change. It's becoming a center, like I said, for food and drink and different things to do. A pro tip would be is that this transformation is continuing, is ongoing rather. So there's a plot of land right by the packing district, the downtown Anaheim district, that they're in the process of also redeveloping that to create more restaurants and entertainment and shops. There's also an adjacent land that was recently purchased by the Honda Center, and they're also thinking about developing that into, again, more restaurants and shops and business buildings, residential. So Anaheim is going through a transformation. So with the theme parks, with the sports, with the thriving downtown scene, Anaheim has a lot to offer. If you think about moving here, or you just want to visit, I'd advise you to check out some of the things I mentioned. Anaheim has a lot to offer. It has great weather. It has, it's centrally located. It's close to the mountains. It's close to the beach. Within a couple hours of each, the beach is a lot closer than the mountains. But it has a lot to offer. Again, if you have any questions, I'd love to have a conversation with you. Please text me, call me, email me. And if you found some value from this video, I'd ask you to please subscribe and like. I appreciate your time. We'll see you on the next video. Have a good one.